Hey,
Hey,
y'all.
everybody.
We are in London. What y'all up to? What y'all up to? We have been traveling. This is our third continent in 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're a little tired, y'all. We are a little tired. I'm going to have to be honest with you,
Yeah.
right? But what the great thing about it is that this experience, one, has been totally new. We went to most of the places that we went to, we had never been to before. So that was lovely.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I got to experience a little bit of Dias de los Muertos in Mexico. So that was great as well. Had our family reunion at the beginning of the trip. Y'all remember all of that. And now we are back in Europe. And so we're going to take a couple of questions from y'all. And then Sunday, we are going to tell you what we learned. Because for those of you who are trying to get out of the melon felons hellhole, sooner than later, digital nomad life may be what you're thinking about. And if you are a little newer traveler, if you haven't traveled a lot internationally, there's a lot of things that you just do not experience only traveling around like America, maybe the Caribbean, a little bit, Jamaica here and there and stuff like that. You just don't experience it. And so we have been keeping a list, y'all. We have been keeping a list and we're going to go over that. But today we're just going to answer your questions. And then maybe we'll even have a private Zoom call for those of you not only who are thinking of going to the meetup, but anyone who who's feeling a little bit apprehensive about travel. You know, not the typical tourist travel, but that's like being a tourist, right? We're talking about being a traveler. If you've got questions and you want to get out in these international streets, and yet what you see makes you apprehensive because there's so much you don't know, we got you. We got you. All right. You ready to talk about it?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We introduce ourselves.
Hey, y'all. My name's Halisi.
And I'm Rick. Welcome to our Black Utopia.
On our channel, we talk about money, we talk about travel and life abroad. We help folks who look like us, who are getting close to retirement age and forgot to plan, get their money straight so that they can retire on time or maybe even early.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so today we're going to take your questions. And for those of you who are brand new to our channel, then you might not know, back in 2018, Rick and I, we were getting close to retirement age and we got a wake-up call, y'all. We looked at our money and it looked crazy.
Look at my eyes.
But we got our financial act together when we went from negative 22,000 in net worth to over 1.1 million. And y'all, look, if we can do it, you can do it too. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe. We are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. Why? One, because it's just a vanity thing. But the other thing is because something happens with the algorithm when you pass that threshold. And we know that our community is probably one of the most ignorant communities when it comes to finances and when it comes to international travel. And in these times, we cannot be ignorant about either. No. We cannot be ignorant about either. All right.
We need to have that knowledge.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. And we need your help to spread that word. All right. So, anything else?
No.
All right.
I was just looking at a Better Life's question.
All right. So apparently, and I was looking when we were at we were at the lounge. I was looking to see if anything was going on that we had missed while we were up in the air. All right. And so I'm not sure, like, I thought it was Congress and Senate that had to give the power to the POTUS for war. I thought it was both.
It has to be supposedly an act of Congress.
Right? And so, and Congress is not in session, because if Congress is in session, then they've got to go ahead and put the new Arizona Congresswoman, they need to go ahead and swear her in so she can be that next vote to release those Epstein files. Yeah, melon felon, we ain't forgot.
They got to open the government.
Release the files. Release the files. I don't know how you vote on an act of war when the government is closed. That's number one. Number two, y'all, my tutor lives in Venezuela, so I need y'all to pray. And her family. I need y'all to pray. And not that any of these other countries are any less important. What people don't understand is they think of something like Venezuela and they think of just nothing but shanty towns and, kids walking around with no shoes on. And that is further from the truth from 90% of the countries on the planet. Okay, that is further from the truth in 90% of the countries on the planet, maybe even 100%. Seriously, y'all. These are very humble people who have been under a dictatorship since the 70s, and they have been trying to emotionally distance themselves and come out of that stranglehold. And now the Melon Felon is trying to take away their only resource of income. Because he doesn't want us to know what's in the Epstein files. Because he doesn't want us to know that he used Miss Universe to traffic young ladies, or Miss Teen Universe, to traffic young ladies. This is my speculation, y'all. To him and Epstein and launder money. That's what I think. Because why are you so scared? Why are you why are you starting wars just so these files are not open? And the statute of limitations has run out on basically all of it, right? Not civically, but criminally. So what are you really afraid of? I don't know. In any event, the second part of A Better Life's question was, how is that going to affect where you want to move? Look, y'all, we have been saying for almost 2 years now that Black Americans specifically, and why do I say Black Americans specifically? Because in my opinion, Black Americans are the most hated, even in Africa. Yeah, I said it. And I said what I said. I don't know how many times I have seen our fellow, now it's not vice versa. I love everybody who looks like us from the diaspora. You automatically get a path until you prove otherwise to me. Okay. That's me. Everybody doesn't feel that way. No. And I'm a Pan-African. I believe that everybody from the diaspora needs to be sticking together. That's what I believe. But everybody don't believe that.
No, they don't.
Right. And so some people come out talking nonsense and doing nonsense and all of this other stuff. And so when it comes to where you should be moving and this is that and the other, as we said before, I think we need to stay nimble because Black Americans specifically are the only ones who really truly do not have a home country. We don't have a home, y'all. The only place that we can legitimately claim does not want us, does not like us, never has, never will. Well, I don't know about never will, but certainly never has. Okay? And not in the near future will it. Okay? Caribbean nations, they've got their own island nation, such that it is. Right? Folks who are one generation away from the continent, 2 generations away from the continent, they still got that. Grandmama and them still there. Who do we have? We have nowhere to go. We have nowhere to go. So we must remain nimble. We are also the purveyors of everything that is pop culture on the planet. Not in America, on the planet. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so we cannot be erased because everything that is pop culture comes from us. It comes from us. And almost all the music of the world comes from the continent. We traveled to Colombia and we heard African beats underneath the Caribbean, the Colombian music, both in Medellin and Cartagena and in Curacao. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, we everywhere. But we've got to be smart. We've got to be strategic. We've got to remain nimble. Okay. The notion of going and buying your forever home and then sitting in that goddamn home all your life and dying in it, those days are over. Okay. F that. Okay. Don't think that you're going to come to Portugal or go to South Africa. No, I'm going to buy some forever home. And then the next thing you know, Putin's invading Portugal or somebody is threatening South Africa. Just like this idiot is threatening these nations that could not touch us with a 10-foot pole militarily. Right? And they're lying. They have no intelligence to support this. They have no military intelligence to support this. So they're just doing whatever they can to distract us from the fact that people are hungry right now. People are losing their health care, and that man is in the Epstein files. That's what that's about. What else are you guys talking about? Hey, y'all, we see you. We see you. Hey, Don. Donna Rose, Dr. Sanji, we see you. Gwen and Derek, Ballerina. What has been the most amazing thing you have experienced on your trip so far? Something that totally surprised you.
Something that totally surprised us.
I think the most amazing thing that I saw was seeing the Panama Canal in action.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh my God.
That was pretty amazing. That's some amazing engineering.
That was truly amazing. It was like, oh.
And to think that basically the engineering has not been improved in 50 years or what have you, and it still works so effectively. It's amazing. And so quickly how those ships drop, those big, huge it's amazing. So that was amazing to me. And I didn't think I would be that impressed. It's like, it's just a canal. What the, right? I didn't know I didn't know. And I don't remember, excuse me, I don't remember what we talked about in elementary school, because I remember studying, them building the canal and all of that stuff.
Well, they talked about the locks and different things like that, but
when you see
you actually see the function of the locks, it's like, wow, and it hasn't changed.
No, the technology for the most part hasn't changed.
And watch those big ships with all that cargo and stuff come and drop down and disappear damn near. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was amazing. The other cool thing about the places that we visited, besides Mexico, is that we blend in. And I wasn't surprised by that per se, but I think I was surprised at the ease. At one time, I had two Spanish tutors. One lived in Colombia and the other in Venezuela, and so both are Black. So we're Black, are Black. They still Black, and so I knew that we had a good population of folks from the African diaspora in Colombia, but I don't think I understood to what extent until we went. Right. And then the other cool thing that I knew nothing about, did not go to see, is Comuna 13. Comuna Terce.
Terce, right? And yes.
Right. And that is a neighborhood in Medellin. We told y'all a little bit about it, and we're going to do, and it's in one of the little videos that I put out on Instagram, and members can see it on YouTube. But what they have done with Comuna Terce in Medellin is pretty cool, and I think should be a model for how you can revitalize a ghetto. Put it like that.
Yeah. Make it profitable.
Bring that money back home,
Make
y'all.
It profitable.
Bring that money back home.
They did.
So,
and Dias
de los Muertos.
Dias de Muertos. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was real cool. It's not about devil worship and all that stuff. I know some people say, it's devil worship. No, not at all. The stories, the things that they did, and was telling all the different stories that go on, and how they celebrate with the carnations. Are they carnations? No. They're
I don't know what those
marigolds.
Marigolds, yeah.
Orange color.
Yeah, orange and yellow marigolds. And so there's stories behind why the marigolds and all of that. We'll put together a little video on the celebration, but basically, again, African influence. It is the celebration of ancestors, and that is very much an African thing to do, right? And so that's all it is a day of remembrance and celebration of your ancestors. And so the idea is that, in a nutshell, that you will cook their favorite meal, right? And then the marigolds will lead the spirits back down to earth to celebrate with you. The smell, because those marigolds are very aromatic. They're so aromatic, and so the legend is that the aromatic that will lead them back, and so that's why you always usually see them in rows and stuff like that, leading them a pathway to the celebration or to the altar. So y'all seem to be real flirty with Medellin. Future residents, did you like it more than Thailand? Ooh, oh, that's a good question. So that's hard. That's hard because, like, as far as possible residency, like today, let's just say, Action VJ, the one thing that would make Medellin more attractive, which is nobody's fault, is just geography to my mom, right? The notion of being, so far away from my mom, where it would be very hard for us to communicate when we are literally sleeping awake at different times. So that's why Thailand could not be on the list in the near future. But those personal things notwithstanding,
I still say Thailand. I really, really like Thailand. But Medellin, that vibe was just, it was hitting too.
it was hitting. So I don't, I think again, personal stuff, not the only reason I might pick Thailand over Medellin is because of the water. Because Thailand, you have access and views of water, and I really, really, really know that I like that and need that and would miss it. And I didn't know how much I missed it, living in Denver and being a Cali girl until we moved to Lisbon, which I say is like the California of Europe. It's got, total coastlines and things like that. One side of it is 100% coast. And so that's why Thailand would be higher on my list. And the food's better. And the food's way better.
Oh, yeah.
The food is way better. Like, I would be doing a lot of home cooking and finding those little mom and pop restaurants in Medellin as far as eating out, because I was not impressed. I was not impressed with the seasoning of the food. That's what not the quality, but the seasoning of the food, right? And so I was looking for like a Michelin rated or something like that restaurant so we could just try, and I can't remember what the holdup was, or if I found one or what have you, but in any event, so yeah, I don't know. And they're really there are some things that are similar, like when it's trafficky and a little chaotic, both of them, right? Yes. In certain areas. Yeah. And Thailand's not really hilly. Medellin is. So, think more like Lisbon when it comes to the hills, but not everywhere. There's huge flat areas, but there's also hillies. Whereas Thailand, where in Bangkok, where we were, was mostly flat. Much, much more humid in Thailand because it is closer, it's sea level, right? Whereas Medellin is up at like 4,000 or 5,000 feet in the air, something like that. So, so there's that to think about too. And this is what's so important about this discussion, y'all, because if you are talking about doing scouting trips, if you are talking about life abroad, moving abroad, you really do need to get our Move Abroad Toolkit, y'all, because it's going to ask you all of the questions that you don't think of right now, especially for a lot of you who are new to this, but true to this. You want to move, but this is a new idea. There are folks who are in the chat right now who have been with us from the beginning, from March 2022, when we launched this channel. And Teddy, and they have been working on their move abroad journey since then, right? And so they've done lots and lots and lots and lots of research. But for those of you who are newer to our channel, you really do need that Move Abroad Toolkit. It is good. All of the things, all of those little micro things that we're talking about, you're like, does that really make a difference? When ICE is at your door and roaming your streets and disappearing people off the streets and stuff like that, and people getting laid off and food's out of control and FDA ain't working and we can't figure out if this food is healthy or not, if it's safe or not. No, maybe it won't matter. Right? Maybe being close to water is not really a priority right now. Maybe getting the F out is your priority. Either way it goes, you want to make sure that you end up where you want to end up. So that's why you need the Move Abroad Toolkit and the Scouting Trip Checklist, and all of the other free resources that we have over there on that webpage. All of that information is in the description below, and in the description of just about every single video. Okay, so yeah, you definitely need to get that. All right. Let's see. Wanda's saying, I'm flying out of JFK in New York to Thailand, but this government shutdown and the layoffs of many of the air traffic control, it scares me to get on a plane. So
we had a delay, but it was like a 20-minute delay.
Yeah, and the delay was so early that I don't think it had anything to do with what was going on in America. I would be more concerned traveling within the United States than leaving the United States, right? Because if you're traveling within the United States, that means the air traffic controllers all across the United States, as you're passing over places and
they're handing you off
from the different ones and stuff like that, as you're going across that huge geographic space, that would be disconcerting to me. One of the reasons I like taking British Air is because they usually, leaving from LA, will go across Canada.
Yeah, up over Canada, over Iceland, and then down.
Yep. And so they're out of American airspace as quickly as possible. Y'all, seriously. I would not be doing a lot of interstate travel within the United States right now. I just really wouldn't. But I don't think you have anything to worry about, Wanda, because, you're just out of there. It's not like you will be out of American airspace. So it's just the takeoff. It's just the takeoff. Yeah. That's the only thing you have to worry about. And then coming back home. Have fun in Thailand. There is so much.
Thailand.
Yeah, so many great things to do. This is a good time of year. It's the cooler season. This is the time of year we were there. They were getting ready for Christmas and all of that. And now know that when you go to the temples, y'all, shoulders need to be covered and legs need to be covered. Okay, so no shorts. No tank tops.
That's why you see a lot of people walking around in elephant pants.
Yeah,
because they sell them for what, $1?
No, about $5. They're about $5, and yeah, they're like palazzo pants. Just baggy.
Yeah.
Drawstring and then elastic down at the ankles. Like that.
They work great for pajamas.
Yeah, we wear them for pajamas. So. We just bought them. We were aware, so we came prepared and were dressed accordingly. But we just bought some elephant pants just because they were so inexpensive. And it's like, oh, these are nice loungewear.
Yeah.
Right. And what's crazy, y'all? When we were packing, it dawned on me, the luggage that we were using, none of the luggage we used was purchased in the United States. Half the clothing in there was not purchased in the United States. And it's like, wow. When did our life change so drastically? Right? So, Wanda, you will be good. Everybody is
You'll love the street markets.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
You'll love the night markets.
Let us know if you try the crickets or any of the other insects, the scorpions or any of that stuff. I couldn't do it. I don't even eat seafood. So I ain't no insect. That's for doggone sure. My family is in Trinidad, which is also in danger if issues with U.S. and Venezuela persist. Y'all, look, I have not been paying attention as we've been traveling as much as I do before, but all of us need to be calling our senators and our Congress people now, okay? I've given the number before, but you can just Google it. It's one number. Call your senators. Call their regional office, their state offices, your Congress people's regional offices near you, right? As well as their offices in DC. Let them know you are not down for these wars, especially these wars with these innocent countries. Drug cartels are not the government. You do not wage war on a government for things that civilians are doing. Meanwhile, people are going hungry. He's knocked down half the freaking White House. and has some private billionaires building this new annex to the White House. What do you think they are going to get for their money? These are our tax dollars. These are our tax dollars. And this holiday, we ain't spending nothing. We are not spending anything unless it's on a Black business. Okay. The gifts, any gifts giving is going to be from a Black business. Period. The end. No extra spending. No extra spending at any of these places. They need to feel the pain because they don't get it yet. They do not get it.
What's the UK?
Yeah, I don't know it yet secondhand, Joe, but I got stopped. He didn't get stopped coming into Britain today. And the guy asked me, is this your first time in England? And I was like, no, we've been here a few times. He says, oh, then you might not know. You have to go online. He says, make sure that you go to the .gov website. Don't go to any other one because then they're going to try to charge you extra for doing it for you and all that nonsense. All right. So the customs person said, go to the .gov, England, British, Great Britain, whatever, .gov, type in the ETA and type in ETA Britain. It's a couple of bucks. I think it lasts like the ETIAS for EU, like 5 years or something like that. And it's just a pre-check, okay? And then it lasts for a few years. So not that big of a deal. We haven't done it. I didn't know. I thought it wasn't going into effect until 2026, but it's already gone into effect. But because it's so new, they're just like, whatever. But they won't be saying whatever a month or two from now. So one of the great things, and I can't wait, is so Pam went through the Panama Canal. Isn't it cool? It is so friggin' cool. Is it the holiday fairs and the holiday decorations and all of that. So we're in London right now. The last time we were in London, it was during the holidays and it was gorgeous. I don't know, since Halloween just passed, if they already have the decorations up yet, but we'll see tomorrow. So I can't wait. All right. So Benita said, can you please send instructions on how to get into the members only chat? Benita, when we get back to Portugal, we're going to do a one-on-one because I'm not sure. Like I'm going to have to show you on Zoom. Because there's not like an ongoing chat. Okay, Benita, there's not an ongoing chat. What there is when you've seen the posts, every YouTube channel has the ability to create just a post, like a Facebook post. It's just a picture. Sometimes it's a video link. Sometimes it's a poll or something like that, right? Every channel has the ability to do that. When we have our behind the scenes things for members, or when we ask members if they want to come on air with us, we put a post with the link for members only. And so only members will see it. Only members will see it and get the link. So when we get back to Portugal, send me an email and we'll set something up because I'm not sure what difficulties you're having, baby. That was the same problem I had in Bogota. The seasoning, it's a Colombian thing. It is a Colombian thing because in Medellin and in Cartagena, which is a lot more Black. I mean, we didn't have bad food. I didn't have anything.
Medellin, the restaurant we went to with Chris and Monica, that was pretty good.
It was breakfast.
I thought it was no. That was with Chris.
Oh.
The one we had, you had like a soup type deal, and
oh yeah, I think I had the pumpkin soup,
and I had steak and something else. So
yeah,
it was pretty good.
Yeah, the soup was good. But just in general, the quality of food is good. The seasoning, I wasn't impressed by and large, and that's not to say that there wasn't just. The consistency with good food in Thailand, like you can pretty much get something from just about anywhere in Thailand, in any kind of food, whether it's Italian or Chinese or Thai, or I didn't see any Mexican, but whatever, you're right, and it's always going to be seasoned well. That's the problem. That's the problem. I'm flying on Asiana Airlines. Thank you, Halisi and Rick. Yeah, you're welcome. I would not worry about it, sweetheart. I would not worry about it. Rhonda knows those pants. Okay. All right, y'all. We're gonna let you go. It's been 30 minutes. Let's answer the last of these questions, and we'll let you go. So, if you have a question, it is 31 after the hour. That's all far as I'm going to 32 after the hour. All right. Trees are up outside the malls. Oh, lights are up already in Lisbon. Huh. But they're not ready to be turned on yet. Yeah. They start putting them up, but they don't turn them on until a certain day to save on electricity and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that the Christmas bazaars and stuff like that don't open, because they do. They do. So, Benita, words are powerful. Words are powerful. So that's not what we're going to say. All right. Just that you still have some more to learn technically. All right. UK ETA has an app you can apply with. Got mine back in January when it went live. Last 3 years. Okay, 3 years. $13 back then. Yeah. Exactly. So 3 years instead of 5 years. I think the ETIAS, the last time we checked, was going to be good for 5 years. So, all right. 3 years or until your passport expires, whichever happens first. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, you guys. We love you guys. Look, we just wanted to come hang out with y'all for a little while. And see, we're in our hotel room. Flew for 8 hours, went to happy hour, took a nap, and then started talking to y'all. I have no idea what time zone we're in, what time it is. I don't know. But we're going to spend a day in London, and then we'll be back in Portugal on Saturday.
Yes.
Right? And Sunday, we will be back with y'all. All right. This Saturday, for those of you who are part of the side hustle cohorts, the 2 side hustle cohorts, we are meeting this Saturday. This Saturday is the second Saturday of the month. All right. And so those of you who are trying to get the side hustle on, if money is the issue, y'all,
come on. Let's
get this stuff going. Let's get this. We do not have time to be playing around talking about, I don't want to be in front of the camera or whatever hang-ups. We do not have time for that. All right. And then all of you who are in Beyond the Bling, we meet also on the second Saturday. So second Saturday is for Beyond the Bling. That's our financial freedom program. It is a program. We meet every second Saturday of the month. And it is ongoing. The Side Hustle Challenge has cohorts. It starts and ends, but the group coaching and the community continue on so that we can hold each other accountable and learn from each other. Okay. And so that is happening this Saturday. We're going to be tired, y'all, but we will be back in Portugal, and we're going to be back, getting this stuff to go
back at it.
Right. That's right. Because the melon felon ain't sleeping. He ain't sleeping at 3:00 in the morning. He's like sundowning and texting crazy and creating wars and doing all kind of crazy stuff. All I know is we know this story. All right. We know this story. Look back at what we talked about last week. The ancestors have got our back. All right. We need to learn from them. We need to stick together as a community and help each other out. We got this. This may be the best thing that ever happened for Black Americans. Let's make it so.
It's a wake-up call.
Let's make it so. All right. No more incremental change, no incremental crap. The Hakeem Jeffries of the world and stuff like that. I love my man as a human being, but as a politician, he needs to go. He needs to go for not endorsing Mamdani. That is the future. That kind of rhetoric is the future. And we can build those systems within our own community. We've done it before. We basically created the idea of a cooperative. Okay. So let's not let them fool us into thinking that we need their systems or that we need their corporations or any of that crap for survival. We got this. And we'll see you on Sunday. Love y'all. Bye-bye.